Nice.
Jay,
Nice.
if you really like.
Yeah.
Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Warren's Team Talk. I hope you're all well today and having a good day. I'm fine, thank you. Looking forward to this one this afternoon. It's the FA Premier League Warren's Team Talk Match Day Live. We'll also be covering other 3:00 kickoffs today as well, not just the Premier League. So it should be an interesting afternoon, hopefully. Should have some great entertainment, hopefully. Let me just get rid of that. Yeah. Why is it not gone? Yeah, it has now. Okay, yes, so it should be a really good afternoon. There's some good matches there kicking off today at 3:00. So first of all, before we really get stuck into it, can I please ask you to hit the like button? Also, please ask you to subscribe to the channel, and also please make sure that you share it around with as many different people as you possibly can. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And also, please make sure you enjoy yourself today on here. We'll have a nice laugh, a good old chat, and it should be good. Should be absolutely good. Now, we've got a number of games going on today, so let's get stuck into it. We're gonna go around the grounds like we always do before the games actually kick off. Check out the starting lineups and their formations and things like that. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Before we actually get deep into it, I just want to pass on my condolences to Shane Warne's family and friends and his loved ones and all of Australia, because that man is an absolute legend. And for me, that photograph there just sums him up. A can of beer, a cricket ball, a skateboard, the Australian flag, and the Cricket Australia logo. I mean, that for me just sums it all up. The man and his suntan face and white sunblock. Man is an absolute legend. Anyone who likes cricket will know what a great, great man this guy was. He was absolutely superb. I did a tribute video for him earlier today. If you're interested to find out a little bit more about him, go and check that out. Rest in peace, Warney. Have a few cold ones and go and surf them. Go and catch some surf upstairs with the big man, and have a great, great time. Enjoy yourself, and you'll always, in my opinion, be the king of spin. So God bless him and may he rest in peace. Anyway, so we had a game earlier today in the Premier League. It ended Leicester City 1, Leeds United 0. The winning goal for Leicester came from Barnes in the 67th minute. And this was the match stats from the game. Leicester had 51% possession. Leeds had 49%. Leicester had 7 shots, 4 of which were on target. They won 5 corners and there were 9 fouls. Leeds, on the other hand, under their new manager, this American guy, I have to be honest, I've never ever heard of him. I don't know nothing about him. But they had 49% possession. They had 19 shots, 4 of them were on target. They won 10 corners and they had 12. They made 12 fouls. So there you go. That tells you all about the game. So let's move on. Let's look at the Premier League table and how that result may have impacted on the game. But before we do that, the lovely Joanne's in the chat, and she's put some comments in saying, hello, Warren. Hi, Joanne. I hope you're well, Joanne. I hope you're having a great day. And she says, liked, shared. Thank you so much, Joanne. You're an absolute star. And said, got that score wrong. Well, I got it wrong. Oh, you got it wrong. I bloody hope not, because I've got that on the BBC website. And Dan Evans says, hello. Hi, mate. I hope you're well. Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, if that bloody BBC website is messing about again, I'm going to be furious. I had enough of that last week. Yeah, they've been causing me stress like every bloody week. So I'm seriously considering seeing if I can find another website that I can get similar information from to do this thing with, because that one, it's so behind, and it just honestly it's not the one. It really isn't. Joanne Smith says, I was like, who the hell is that? Who the hell is this when I see the Leeds manager? Me too. I've never heard of him. I don't even know who he is. But at least Leeds appointed a manager with some experience. I mean, at least he'd managed before, which is more than the bloody clown that we've got had when we appointed him. I got the score wrong. Laugh at that. Oh, well, never mind, Joanne. It happens. It happens. Yeah. So anyway, so this is the Premier League table. Let's have a look at this. Now, obviously, there wouldn't have been any change at the top, but Leicester have now moved up to 10th. They're on 33 points, 12 points behind Arsenal in 6th, and they're 2 points behind Southampton, who are the team above them, and they've got a game in hand. So, despite their terrible form of late, if they win their game in hand, they could go above Southampton, which would be just unbelievable, really. Leeds, on the other hand, it's not looking good for them, I have to say. I heard some person on Radio 5 Live this morning talk about it. It's a Leeds fan, and they were saying that they could see them winning their first 3 games under the new manager, but after that, they wasn't so sure, and they thought that the first 3 games under the new manager would be defining for the rest of their season, and that if they did lose them, they thought they'd go down. Well, they've lost the first one. Everton, who are below them, have got 3 games in hand and are 1 point behind. Burnley have got 2 games in hand on them, and Everton are 1 point behind them. And Burnley have got 2 games in hand and are 2 points behind. So, yeah, it's not looking good, I have to say. I've got a nasty feeling that they're going to go, to be honest. And Taib Hussain is here. Hi, Taib. How you doing, fella? And Dan Evans says, wow, Arsenal are in the top 6. What a surprise. Yeah, they are, man. They are. How long they'll stay there, it's anybody's guess, though. We've got to play Liverpool away. We've got to play Man United away. We've got to play Man United at home. We've got to play Chelsea away. We've got to play Tottenham away. So, I don't know, man. I'm not 100% convinced that we're going to stay there. Warren, good afternoon. Did you see Arteta's press conference? It was waffle and coffee settings. Yeah, Craig, I saw that. And I was watching Curtis Shaw's press conference reaction, and he ended he had enough of it, and he just said, I ain't commenting on this anymore, and I don't blame him. In that press conference, They asked him about coffee. They kept asking him about his relationship with Roy Hodgson. Arteta was talking about car crashes. I was just thinking, man, this is mad. It is absolutely mad. Why are they asking him who makes the best coffee, Watford or Arsenal? What the hell has that got to do with this game tomorrow? Honestly, is the game going to be decided by who has the best coffee? It's just unbelievable. I'm thinking about going on to Charles Watts' YouTube channel and putting a comment in there and saying, Charles, can you please explain to me why coffee is going to impact on the outcome of the Watford Arsenal game? What relevance does it have? Because, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's absolutely fucking insane. The guy should, if journalists are like doctors or teachers and they have to have a registration to practice as a journalist, these clowns should have it fucking taken off them because it's a joke. Taib Hussain says, hi Dan, hi Craig. And Craig Malloy says, big up Taib. And Taib said, laugh out loud, journalists are making Arteta feel more comfortable being an Arsenal manager. Exactly. They should be asking him the questions that people want the answers to. Like, why did you sell Matteo Guendouzi, for example? They didn't ask him anything about that. It was just absolutely ridiculous. The poor bloody Chelsea manager went to the press conference and they kept asking him about the war in Ukraine. They kept asking him about what was going to happen, what he thought would happen with Chelsea now that Roman Abramovich was looking to sell the club. And he had to say, look, you have to stop asking me these questions. I cannot answer them. I haven't got the answers that you want. I mean, at least they're asking him fucking proper questions. If I'd been Tommy Tickle in that press conference and they'd been asking me those questions, I would have said, look, do you want me to see if I can go and get one of the chief execs to come and have a chat with you all? I would have. And I would have gone and said, look, they're asking me all these questions about Roman wanting to sell the club. Can you please come and talk to them? Because I don't know what to tell them. I haven't been briefed about this. And they're looking for answers. And so, yeah, that's my thoughts about that. Dan Evans said it may be got to bribe the refs somehow. Yeah, exactly, mate. Better coffee will win the ref over. Mate, it's just insane. What the fuck has coffee got to do with the outcome of a football match? It's like, all these Arsenal fans going on when we sign Ben White. Yes, we got the best looking defence. Or Arteta, the best looking Spaniard we know. What the fuck is how good looking someone's got to do? How's that going to impact on who wins a football match? It's absolute fucking insanity. Honestly, these people, they haven't got the bloody brains they were born with, half of them. Half of them don't know what fucking day of the week it is or what time it is or where they are. It's just madness. It's madness. It's either that or I'm losing the plot, one or the other. But it certainly don't make any sense to me. Maybe I'm going a bit crackers, but I don't know. Del Boy, Warren, what's the bleeding story? Hello, all in the chat. Mate, I'm just kicking off about that press conference and about the coffee questions. And he also said in that press conference that the training grounds are really close to each other, which is true. And he said they used to bump into each other all the time because they crashed their cars into each other as they're coming out from the training grounds. I'm just thinking, what are you fucking talking about? What the hell has it got to do with the football match? Honestly, it's unbelievable. It's like when Boris Johnson does his briefings, if the the press started asking him, "Oh, Boris, how do you like to have your toast with your breakfast in the morning?" Or what colour tie are you going to wear tomorrow? And you think, what the fuck has it got to do with what he's talking about? It's mad. And Ty says, Del Boy, hi, bro. And Craig Malloy, Del Boy Gunner TV, big up, fella. Yeah. Anyone who hasn't done it already, make sure you go and subscribe to Del Boy Gunner TV's channel, because that channel, man, is fucking superb. It is top draw, mate. And last night he had a call-in show, right, whereby he put the link for the stream in the chat, and anyone who wanted to come in and have their say would just click on the link, and in they went. So, and I think this is something he does regularly. So, yeah. Joanne says, Del Boy, what's the crack? And remember that song Blur sung on Park Life, CD, Coffee and TV? I don't remember it, but I do remember Blur, yeah. Hello, Craig, says Joanne. Right, okay, we need to move on because these games are going to be kicking off. They're going to be kicking off in a couple of minutes. I haven't told you about the lineups or anything. So, the 3 o'clock kickoffs today, everyone, is Aston Villa against Southampton, Burnley against Chelsea, Newcastle United against Brighton, Norwich against Brentford, and Wolves against Crystal Palace. And then the lineups, this is Aston Villa. And look, it's Callum Chambers staring at the screen at me. And he's fucking playing. He's playing, people. Martinez is in goal. And then they've got their defence. Well, the rest of the team is Cash, Chambers, Mings, Young, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Ramsey, Coutinho, Ings and Watkins. And on the bench, they've got Olsen, Jose, Christian, is that... Well, how the hell do you say that? Origi Bunam, God, Sansom, O'Reilly, Buendia, Bailey, and Traore. And then the Southampton lineup is Fraser Forster, Tino Livramento, Jack Stevens, Jan Bednarek, Roman Parade, Aurel Romeo, James Ward-Prowse is captain, Stuart Armstrong, Mohamed El Younisi, Armando Broja, and Shay Adams. And their subs are Caballero, Valerie, Walker-Peters, Diallo, Smallbone, Giannepo, Walcott, Redmond, and A. Armstrong. So that's Villa and Southampton's lineup. Let's see what their formations are. So Villa are going for a 4-3-3. Interesting for me is Callum Chambers partnering Mings in the centre back there. So that should be interesting to see how that works out. And Southampton, they're going for a 4-4-2. Right, there's some more chats in there. And Craig Malloy says, hello, Joanne. Joanne Smith says, hello, Taib. And Taib says, hello, Joanne. And that was utter garbage, the press conference. Mate, it was absolute insanity. Insanity, honestly. It's just, I don't know, man. There really is. And Jez summed it up perfectly last night on that Del Boy Gunners channel when he said you have to wonder about the caliber of the journalists that are in that press conference. I just, honestly, there's so many questions, important questions that need to be asked, and they're sitting there talking to him about fucking coffee and car crashes and fuck knows what else. None of it is complete at all relevant to the match. It's just madness. And Dan Evans is saying Villa 0, Southampton 1. Right. Okay, guys. Let's well, so according to the BBC, I'm not doubting you, Dan, but according to the BBC website, it's still 0-0. So where do you getting that information from? Because it's obviously damn sight better than this BBC website, that's for sure. And I'm looking for another one because I'm sick of it. Honestly, it's rubbish. Joanne says, I think the press conference can't get any worse. Any worse every week, but it does. Well, yeah, it's just mad. The first question I'd ask Arteta is, when are you going to piss off out of our cup? Oh, I love it. Everyone, let's get fucking Joanne into a press conference. No, I was guessing the score. Oh, okay, Dan. Sorry, man. I thought you was giving me an update. But anyway, not to worry. So the next one I'm going to go through is the Burnley game. Burnley against Chelsea. So the Burnley starting 11 is Pope, Roberts, Tarkowski, Collins, Taylor, McNeil, Brownhill, Westwood, Lennon, Rodriguez, and Weghorst. And their bench is Hennessy, Lowton, Bardsley, Long, Thomas, Cornet, Barnes, and Richardson. And for Chelsea, we got Mendy, Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, James, Kante, Jorginho, Saul, Pulisic, Havertz, and Mount. And oh God, the subs bench is Arisa Balaga, Kennedy, Christensen, Sarr, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Ziyech, Lukaku, and Werner. And then the starting 11 formations, we've got Burnley. They're tried and they're trusted 4-4-2. One thing you can say about the Burnley manager is he never ever changes. It's always 4-4-2. God bless him. And the Chelsea formation, they're going for a 3-4-2-1. Looks like a Christmas tree, doesn't it? So there you go. That's the Burnley Chelsea stuff. Now let's look at the Newcastle Brighton game. So Newcastle, they're going with Martin Dubravka, Emil Krath, Fabian Schär, Dan Burn, Matt Targett, John Joe Shelby, who's the captain, Joe Willock, Joe Linton, Ryan Fraser, Jacob Murphy, and Chris Wood. And their subs bench is Darlow, Dummett, Lascelles, St. Maximin, Manquillo, Almiron, Gale, Longstaff, and Bruno. So Brighton, their starting 11 is Sanchez, Lamptey, Cucurella, Dunk, Trossard, Gross, Moder, Alzati, Welbeck, Duff, and Veltman. And and their subs bench is still Basuma, Malpai, McAllister, Lallana, March, Cancelo, Roberts, and Ferguson. And they're starting their formations. Newcastle are going for a 4-3-3, and Brighton are going for a 3-5-2. So there you go. Next one, Norwich against Brentford. So Norwich, their starting 11 is Krul, Williams, Gibson, Hanley, Bryan, Norman, McLean and Gilmore, and then Rashika, Pookie and Sargent. And then the subs bench is Gunn, Aarons, Zimmerman, Giannolis, Sorensen, Lise Malloy, Placheta, Dow, and Rowe. And Brentford, their starting 11 is Raya, Aya, Jansen is the captain, Pinnock, Canos, Norgard, Janelt, Eriksson, Henry, Mbuemo, and Tony. And the Brentford bench is Lossie, Jensen, Wissar, Godos, Onyeka, Zanka, Zoe Baptiste, Zanka. Sorry, not Zoe. So it's Zanka, Baptiste, Beck, and Rawlessly, and then so it's good to see Eriksson getting a start. I'm really happy to see that. That's great news. And then the Norwich and Brentford formations. Norwich are going for a 4-1-4-1, and Brentford are going for a 4-4-2. And then Wolves, this is the Wolves starting 11. It's Jose Sarr, Kinyaya Hove, Connor Cody is captain, Maximilian Kilman, Roman Sias, Marcel, João Moutinho, Ruben Neves, Daniel Podence, Hee Chan-Wan, and Pedro Neto. And their subs bench is Rudy, Ait Naori, Jimenez, Troinko, Bowley, Silva, Johnny, and Chinquinho, and Dendonka. I think that is Dendonka. Yep. And then the Palace starting 11 is Guayata, Klein, Guaya is the captain, Anderson, Mitchell, Kayota, Schlupp, Gallagher, Olise, Mateta, and Zahar. And then the subs bench is Butland, Kelly, Riederwald, Miholovic, Hughes, Eze, Ayu, Benteke, and Edward. So there you go. Now the formations, Wolves are going for a 3-4-2-1, and Palace are going for a 4-3-3. So there you go, people. That's all the starting 11s and the formations sorted out. Let's see where I left off. And Craig Malloy is saying Chelsea to win 2-1. Yeah, put your score predictions in to the chat, guys, and let's see how we get on with that. So I'm going to just take this back up. I'm going to take this back up to... Where is it? Where is that? What did I... Oh, there we go. So I'm going to give you my score predictions as of today. I already did it on Thursday with my preview for this weekend's games in the Premier League. I think Southampton might win this one. I've got a feeling they're going to win it by 2-1. Burnley against Chelsea, I think Chelsea will win 1-0. Newcastle against Brighton, I think Newcastle will win by 2-1. Norwich against Brentford, I think Norwich will win 2-0. And Wolves against Crystal Palace, I think Wolves will win 1-0. Taib says, Warren, I think your hat looks better than Arteta's hair. Laugh out loud. Mate, I've seen all these people coming on YouTube with hats on, especially the old Skool Gunner. I'm going to get like a Warren's Team Talk badge or something on the front and keep going like that. So, yeah, I just thought I'd do it for the crack. Dan Evans, I've got to go now. Catch you later. Thanks very much for coming, Dan. I hope you have a good afternoon. And good luck to County this afternoon. I hope they win for you. Anyway, take care, mate. And it's lovely seeing you. And I'll see you again soon. Take care, buddy. And Taib says, bye, Dan. Joanne said, I said 3-3 Wolves versus Crystal Palace. And Ollie Watkins has scored for Villa. Well, here we go. I hope you're not winding me up, Craig. Let's go and have a look, though. And here we go, people. The chaos has started already. And right, so the chaos has started. It's Newcastle 1, Brighton 0. And it's also Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. So we need to do it again. Okay, so we've got 2 goals to talk about. So let's go, first of all, to Villa Park and find out about the goal at Villa Park between Aston Villa and Southampton. It's gone to Ollie Watkins, as Craig said, scored in the 9th minute and assisted by Danny Ings. So Villa are taking an early lead at home to Southampton. So let's see if we can find out a little bit more about that goal, see what happened. Let's go down here. Let's see. So, yeah, here we go. So, goal, Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. Ollie Watkins, Aston Villa, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right-hand corner, assisted by Danny Ings. So, there you go. That's that. Now, let's go to the other goal. The other goal is at St James's Park in the game between Newcastle and Brighton, and it's been scored by Ryan Fraser. He scored it in the 12th minute, and let's see if we can find out some more about that one. Right, here we go. So, goal, Newcastle 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Ryan Fraser, Newcastle United, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left-hand corner following a fast break. There you go. So, looks like Newcastle had a great counter-attacking goal. And there's been another goal. Oh, my goodness. Another goal at St James. Another goal at St James's Park. And I played my intro by mistake, people. I'm really sorry about that. So the second goal for Newcastle, blimey, they're really going for it, aren't they? The second goal, Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Fabian Schär for Newcastle United a header from the centre of the box following a set-piece situation. So Newcastle really giving it to Brighton now. And, wow, what can you say about that? So as it stands, 16 minutes gone in the first half, and it's Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Norwich City 0, Brentford 0, and Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 0. So there you have it. There we go. So there we go. In Scotland, it's Dundee United 0, Heart of Midlothian 1. It's Hibs 0, St Johnstone 0, Motherwell 0, Dundee 1, Rangers 0, Aberdeen 0, and Ross County 0, St Mirren 0. Now, those of you who don't know, Rangers Aberdeen game, that game is really feisty. There's no love lost between the two sides, and whenever they play, it always gets really heated and can boil over quite a lot, actually. I mean, years ago, I was in Scotland. I was up in the Highlands, and on our way back down south, we stopped off in Glasgow for best part of the day, really. And before heading back down south, we decided to take in a game at Ibrox between Rangers and Aberdeen, and it was when Ferguson was manager, and the two sides, they were really going at it. The tackles were flying in left, right, and centre, and no quarter asked, none given. And me and my mate both said that if that game had been played in England, the way that the crowd was carrying on, it would have kicked off. There would have been loads of crowd trouble because it was really, really intense. Now, in the Championship today, it ended Fulham 2, Blackburn Rovers 0. A big result there in the battle for promotion from the Championship. It's currently Bristol City 0, Birmingham City 2. And the only other game with the goals is it's currently Swansea City 1, Coventry City 0. All the other games are currently goalless. And then the Women's Super League, it's Aston Villa Women 0, Brighton and Hove Albion Women 1. And it ended Manchester United Women 4, Leicester Women 0. Then the FA Women's League Cup, which is kicking off later today, is the final. Chelsea women are playing Manchester City women. That's 5:15 kickoff there, if any of you are interested in watching that. And in League One, there's just been a few goals there. I'm going to tell you about those. So it's Cheltenham Town 1, Doncaster Rovers 0, Crewe Alexandra 0, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Lincoln City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, and Oxford United 1, Burton Albion 0, Plymouth Argyle 1, Morecambe 0, Portsmouth 1, Accrington Stanley 0, and all the other games in League One are currently goalless. And then in League Two, earlier today, it ended Harrogate Town 1, Hartlepool United 2. Bradford City are currently taking on Swindon Town. After 20 minutes, is currently Bradford City 1, Swindon Town 0. And the only other games where there's goals, it's Salford City 1, Forest Green Rovers 0, and Sutton United 1, Rochdale 0. In the National League, it's Barnet 1, Dover Athletic 0. Chesterfield 1, Southend United 0. Eastleigh 1, Wilston 0. And Solihull Muirs 0, Kings Lynn Town 1. And National League North, it's Farsley Celtic 0, Spennymoor Town 1. And what happened with Stockport County? They playing? I thought they were playing today. Oh well, maybe not. Maybe they're not playing today. So in the National League North, it's Chester 0, Chorley 1, Curzon Ashton 1, Gloucester City 0, Farsley Celtic 0, Spennymoor Town 1, and National League South is Bath City 0, Ebbsfleet United 1, and Hampton and Richmond 0, Dulwich Hamlet 1, and Oxford City 1, Tunbridge Angels 0. So there you go. There's a few other scores there, but I'm going to go through all that lot. So back to, there has been a goal at Molineux. So let's get on that, because we need to keep ourselves up to date with what's going on. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 1. And let's go and check that out. It's been scored by Arteta in the 19th minute for Crystal Palace. Let's see if we can find out more about that goal. Goal. So Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 1. Jean-Philippe Mateta, Crystal Palace, right-footed shot from very close range to the centre of the goal. There you go. So Palace have taken a shock lead up at Wolverhampton Wanderers. If Wolves lose that game, surely that's going to be their top 4 aspirations out of the window, or severely dented anyway. The rest of the games, it's still Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 2, Brighton 0, Norwich 0, Brentford 0, and Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 1. So we go. Let's see what's going on in the chat. And that's my second prediction wrong, says Joanne. Oh dear, never mind. Del Boy Gunner TV says, I'm in and out today. I was listening to you while I was out shopping. Oh, bless you, mate. Thank you. Thanks, Del Boy. I really appreciate that, man. I hope you're having a great day, fella. And yeah, everyone, don't forget to go and subscribe to Del Boy's channel. He's doing a great job keeping us all entertained, and that show he did last night was wild. It was wild. There was some strong opinions being aired, that's for sure. It was great. And Taiba Sain says, Warren, what's the longest you have travelled to see a football match? Okay, that's a good question. Right, so I travelled from Kent to... Yeah, I've gone from Kent up to Carlisle to see Maidstone United take on Carlisle United in the 4th division when it was back in the day when the old 4th division. And I went with Maidstone United Football Club. They laid on coaches for the supporters. And Carlisle Rugby Club invited us to their clubhouse before the game, and they laid on lunch for us. They put all the a buffet spread thing on, and they opened up their bar, didn't charge us for drinks. Absolutely lovely gesture, and that's why I've still got a soft spot for Carlisle, because of that way we were treated that day. It was absolutely superb. They made us feel really welcome. So yeah, that was Carlisle Rugby Club. So I really like Carlisle Rugby Club because of that. Furthest afield I've ever been for a football match, not necessarily travelled. I went to Sweden to see Malmo. Where else have I gone? Been to Scotland. Furthest north. Just trying to think. Probably Glasgow. I've been to see Aberdeen and Celtic, and I've also been Aberdeen, Rangers and Celtic play. I'm a Celtic fan, so I've been to Celtic Park a few times, quite a lot actually. And then I've been on the other side of the country, been into Edinburgh and also to Dunfermline, where Jock Stein managed for a while and had David Moyes under him. And he also mentored Sir Alex Ferguson as well, by the way. So yeah, if I think of another one, I'll come back to you. Taib Hussain says, Del Boy, you had some strange guests on your last stream last night. Jesus Christ. Last night, laugh out loud. Personally, I think Jez was and is always the best. And Craig Malloy, what's the diff between Arteta and a chef? Keeps dropping and a chef. What's the difference between Arteta and a chef? Keeps dropping his pancakes. They're both usually started. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Craig, you and Taib should do a fucking comedy duo, because it would sell out. It would sell out. Me and the cats have had hot dogs. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Sounds wonderful, Joanne. Right. So let's get back to the football. Just trying to think other grounds that I've been to, because I do a series where I tell you about all my adventures going to watch football, and I've called it the Groundhopper Diaries. There is a playlist on my channel where you can go and watch all these videos where I tell you about all my adventures going watching football around the place, both in this country and abroad. Been to Germany in 1988 to watch the European Championships, which was fucking insane. It was, because it was like a hooligans convention, to be quite honest. And then there was Sweden. I went to Croatia. I didn't actually go to a match, but I went to the ground. I went to Dinamo Zagreb's ground, the infamous ground where the riot took place between Red Star fans and Dinamo Zagreb fans that started the war between Croatia and Serbia, that kick-started the breakup of the former Yugoslavia. And also I've been to Colombia a few times, and while I was there, I went to I didn't go in, I never went to a game, but again, I went to the ground, the Maximir Stadium, not the Maximir, that's the Zagreb Stadium. I went to the ground of Millonarios, and I've been. Where else did I go? I was going to tell you about somewhere else I went. Oh, I can't remember. But if I think of one during the course of the afternoon, I'll tell you. And then, what did the toast say to the psychic? You bred my mum. Oh my God, they're both of them. Craig Malloy and fucking Taib, they're on top form this afternoon. Oh, I love it. It's bloody comedy gold, that's for sure. So let's get back to the football. Burnley 0, Chelsea 0. A huge chance for Burnley. They should be ahead. Edouard Mendy completely flaps at a cross and punches to Dwight McNeil, who lifts the ball over the bar from 10 yards out. Oh my God. There you go, people. And there's a goal. There is a goal. Right, and it's come at Carrow Road. And any Norwich fans watching, you might want to turn your head away now, because it's not good news for you, I'm afraid. It's Norwich City 0, Brentford 1, and it's been scored by Ivan Toney, and it was assisted by Aya. So not good news at all for Norwich. I'm sure they were hoping to get something out of this game. Not saying that they won't, but that's a big blow, because they wouldn't have wanted to go behind, that's for sure. So yeah, the 1-0 down at home to Brentford. Brentford are just above them in the table. So, yeah, they would have been looking to pick up 3 points today. So, it's going to be a difficult task now for them. So, yeah, that's not good. Not good for Norwich, but great for Brentford. So, and there's been another goal. So there you go. It's come at Molineux, and it's now Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. And it's come from Wilfried Zaha, and converts a penalty with a right-footed shot. So there you go. Palace got a penalty, and Zaha has put it away for them. And it's now Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. It's Norwich City 0, Brentford 1, Newcastle 2, Brighton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 0, and Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. So there you go. So there we go. There we have it, guys. There's a couple of chats there. Let's go and have a look at those. Joanne is saying, oh, not doing very good with my scores. Never mind, Joanne. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do better the next time. What month is good for toast? January, says Ty. Jesus Christ. Ty, I used to have a teacher like you when I was at secondary school, my first year at secondary school, and his jokes were just like yours. Absolutely terrible. And he was an Ipswich Town fan as well. And every now and again, he used to take great delight in reminding me about the 1978 FA Cup final, because he'd had the 1978 Cup final, and I started at secondary school in September 1978. So every week, he'd go, Warren, yeah, don't forget the 1978 FA Cup final. Oh my God. Craig Malloy, they say the body is made up of 90% water. So I'm not fat, I'm just waterlogged. I have to remember that one. That's a really good one. I like that. I'm definitely saying I'm 100% about this. Craig Malloy and Taib, you need to do a comedy double act, because you would absolutely smash it, the pair of you, because your jokes are just like unreal. Anyway, let's get back to the football. So, from the Wolves game, Leon Osman, former Everton midfielder, on final score. It's a great penalty, a goal and an assist now for Wilfried Zaha, when he has this influence on the game. Crystal Palace are fantastic. Well, there you go. The man said it. And Alistair McGowan, from BBC Sport, I should say, at St James's Park. Despite going 2 goals behind, Brighton are still playing some nice stuff, but each time they get near to the area, they are met with Joel Linton, the interceptor, who seems to have limbs everywhere. And if they make it past the Brazilian midfielder, they seem to cross it to their former teammate Dan Burn. Lads, he plays for the other team now. Or it might be the fact Burner's been in the right place at the right time. Let's call him the anticeptor. Oh God, these jokes. What's it with people today? I've got Craig doing it. I've got Taib Hussein doing it, and now I've got this joker. Jesus Christ! It's like the bloody comedy club today. And the Newcastle centre-back has been excellent so far. And apparently at Molineux, Palace are running riot at Molineux. Wilfried Zaha fancies another goal, but his attempt spins away for a corner. Wolves fans are getting frustrated. There you go. They're getting absolutely battered by the sounds of it. Aston Villa, it's 27 minutes gone, and it's Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 2, Brighton 0, Norwich City 0, Brentford 1, and Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. Later today, we've got a game between Liverpool and West Ham at Anfield. Should be a great game, I think. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Joanne says, I must be really bloody waterlogged then. Well, I don't know about you, Joanne, but I reckon I've got enough here for a bloody ocean, mate. Oh my days. So let's get back to this. And at Carrow Road, an unusual moment. Christian Eriksen fouls Brandon Williams, who looks annoyed. Williams looks down and sees who it was who tackled him and gives him a hug instead. There you go, see? There you go. What can you say about that? Huh? So let's have a look at the league table as it stands at present. Let's have a look. Have you seen that? I don't think. Oh, I'm not really happy with that. I'm gonna. Right, here we go. So, as it is at the moment, it means if the game's finished like this, it'll mean Palace will move up to 10th. They'll be on 33 points, 2 points behind Southampton in 9th, but they would have played a game more. Leicester will slip down to 11th. Villa will move up to 12th. They'll be on 33 points. There'll be 4 clubs on 33 points there, which will be Crystal Palace, Leicester City, Aston Villa, and Brighton. Brighton will slip down to 13th. Burnley have moved out of the bottom 3 if it stays like this, and Everton will move into the bottom 3 on the back of the results this afternoon. Dear me. It's not looking good for Everton, is it? What do people think? Do you think Everton are going to go down? Because I'm starting to get really concerned about this. I really am. Watford 19th and Norwich 20th. So there you go. So that's the league table. So let's go back here. And Craig Malloy says, they say pooing is a call of nature. Does that mean farting is a miscall? Oh my God. Seriously, I'm going to do a stream, Craig and Ty, and I'm going to get you two on telling jokes. All I want you to do is I want you to come on camera, and the two of you, I just want you to throw out jokes, right? We'll do it for about 15, 20 minutes and see what happens, because I reckon it'll be comedy gold. I really do. It'll be absolutely superb. Right, okie doke. So currently, a couple of minutes to go now before half time, and it's Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 0, Newcastle 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Norwich City 0, Brentford 1, and Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 2. So let's go round the grounds and see what the tale of the tape has been so far. So let's start off at Villa Park. And this game currently is Villa are 2-0 in the lead, thanks to Ollie Watkins and Douglas Luiz. In fact, Douglas Luiz has just scored for Villa. So we need this. So Douglas Luiz has just scored for Aston Villa to make it 2-0 now for Aston Villa. So let's see what's going on here. What is going on at Villa Park, everyone? So far, Villa's best player is Philippe Coutinho. He's got an average rating of 7.36 on the BBC website. And let's see who Southampton's best player is. And Southampton's best player is Brozier. He's got an average rating of 7.78. And the match stats. Okay. So Aston Villa have had 40% possession. They've had 9 shots. 6 are on target. And they've won 3 corners and they've committed 3 fouls. Southampton, on the other hand, they've had 60% possession, shots. They've had 4 shots, none on target, won no corners, and they're committing 2 fouls. So looks like Villa are well on top in this game. But it just goes to prove, doesn't it? And I'm really starting, well, I've thought this for a long time now, that the amount of possession you have in a game, it don't matter. It don't, because game after game, week after week, you see teams that have had less possession than their opposition going out and winning the games. You really do. So there you go. So let's go to Burnley against Chelsea. Right, so Burnley. Burnley's best player so far is it's Weghorst, the guy that Burnley signed in the January transfer window. He's got an average rating of 5.7. And Chelsea. So currently, Chelsea's best player is Mason Mount, with an average rating of 7.41. And the tail of the tape for this game is Burnley have had 21% possession. Chelsea have had 79%. Burnley have had 4 shots, one of which is on target. Chelsea have had 6 shots, 1 on target. And then Burnley have won 5 corners, and Chelsea have won 2 corners. And then Burnley have made 5 fouls as opposed to Chelsea's 4. So that's the Burnley-Chelsea game. Newcastle and Brighton is currently Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Goals from Fraser in the 12th minute and Shah in the 14th minute. Newcastle's best player so far has been Ryan Fraser with an average rating of 8.31. Jesus, sounds like he's having an absolute stormer, the lad. And then Brighton and Hove Albion, their best player so far has been Lamptey and Welbeck. They've both got a rating of 5.31 average scores from the BBC website. And the match stats for this game, Newcastle have had 35% possession. They've had 7 shots, 4 of which are on target. They've had 1 corner and they've committed 5 fouls. Brighton, on the other hand, have had 65% possession. They've had 9 shots, 1 of which is on target, and they've won 2 corners and committed 5 fouls. So there you go. That's another game where the team with the least amount of possession is in front. So draw your own conclusions from that one. Right, now let's go to Carrow Road. Brentford are 1-0 up at Carrow Road against Norwich City. Ivan Toney grabbing Brentford's goal in the 32nd minute. And so far, Norwich's best player, according to the BBC website, is Hanley with an average rating of 6.06. Brentford, on the other hand, their best player is Christian Eriksen with an average rating of 8.97. So it sounds like he's absolutely tearing it up for Brentford. I'm really happy for him. I really am. And then the match stats for this game. Norwich have had 57% possession against Brentford's 43%. Norwich have had 8 shots, 3 of which are on target. They've won 3 corners and they've committed 8 fouls. Brentford, on the other hand, have had 7 shots, 4 of which are on target. They've won 2 corners and committed 9 fouls. So, yeah, there you go. And yet another game where the team with the least amount of possession are in front. So it's the evidence is building up, people. And then just goes to prove it's not what you do, it's how you do it, and you don't have to have the best of it in order to win it. So there you go. Now, Wolves against Crystal Palace. So Wolves' best player so far. So Wolves' best player so far is Connor Cody, by the looks of it, who has got an average rating of 5. No, it's not. It's Kilman with an average rating of 5. No, it is Ruben Neves, who's got an average rating of 5.7 on the BBC website. Crystal Palace, on the other hand, their best player is Olise with an average rating of 7.68. And the match stats for this game are Wolves 59% possession. They've had 4 shots, 3 on target. They've won 6 corners and they've committed 6 fouls. Crystal Palace, on the other hand, have had 41% possession. They've had 10 shots, 6 of which are on target. They've won 5 corners and committed 4 fouls. So again, another one where the team with the lesser amount of possession is in front. So it just goes to prove, doesn't it? You don't have to have loads of possession to be winning the game. So the halftime scores in our featured games, right? It's Aston Villa 2, Southampton 0. Burnley 0, Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Norwich City 0, Brentford 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 2. So there you go. There's the halftime scores. Let me see if I catch up with what's going on in the chat. And Craig Malloy says, I can't dance to save my life, but as soon as I step in dog mess, I can do the moonwalk. Oh my days. Craig, you are on fucking you're on fucking ice today, mate. I'm telling you. You really are. You're fucking on a different level, mate. You are up there, buddy. And Ty's up there. The two of you, I'm telling you, you need to do a comedy double act because you absolutely smash it. I'm not even joking. It would be absolutely hilarious. What does everyone else think about these two jokers? Honestly, right. Anyway, so let's have a look at the scores in the rest of the country. So in Scotland, in the Scottish Premiership, it's Dundee United 0, Heart of Midlothian 1. Hibernian 0, St Johnstone 0. Motherwell 1, Dundee 1. Rangers 0, Aberdeen 0. And finally, it's Ross County 0, St Mirren 0. So come on, the Dons. Keep it like that, lads, and I will be a happy man. As long as those bastards don't win, I'm going to be happy. So that's good. That's good. Keep it up, Aberdeen. Now, in the Championship, it's Bristol City 0, Birmingham 2. Derby County 1, Barnsley 0. Hull City 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. Middlesbrough 1, Luton Town 0. Preston North End 0, AFC Bournemouth 1. Preston North End 0, AFC Bournemouth 0. Queen's Park Rangers 1, Cardiff City 0. Reading 0, Millwall 1. Stoke City 0, Blackpool 0. Swansea City 2, Coventry City 0. And in League One, at half time, it's Cambridge United 0, Shrewsbury Town 0, Charlton Athletic 0, Sunderland 0, Cheltenham Town 2, Doncaster Rovers 0, Crewe Alexandra 0, Wycombe Wanderers 1. Fleetwood Town 0, Ipswich Town 0, Gillingham 0, Bolton Wanderers 1, Lincoln City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Oxford United 4, Burton Albion 1. Jesus, Oxford United are kind of a bit mad, aren't they? Plymouth Argyle 2, Morecambe 0. Portsmouth 2, Accrington Stanley 0. Accrington Stanley? Who are they? Yeah, anyone who was a kid in the 70s will know exactly what I mean when I say that. There was an advert from, I think it was the Milk Marketing Board, for milk in the 1970s, and there was these two kids, and they were drinking. One of them was drinking milk or something, right? And he had a Liverpool kit on, and he said, "Ian Rush told me that if I don't drink milk, I'd be good enough to play for Accrington Stanley." And his mate said to him, "Accrington Stanley? Who are they?" And the other kid laughed and said, "Yeah, exactly." And they were both Scousers, so their Scouse accents were on point, not like mine. Anyway, Rotherham United 1, Milton Keynes Dons 0. Portsmouth 2, Accrington Stanley 0. And Wigan Athletic 1, AFC Wimbledon 0. Now, in League 2, it's Barrow 1, Walsall 0. Bradford City 1, Swindon Town 1. Colchester United 0, Port Vale 0. Crawley Town 0, Scunthorpe United 0. Leyton Orient 1, Stevenage 2. Newport County 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Northampton Town 2, Tranmere Rovers 0. Oldham Athletic 1, Carlisle United 0. Salford City 1, Forest Green Rovers 0. And finally, it's Sutton United 2, Rochdale 0. Yeah, so in the Scottish Championship, it's Arbroath 1, Dunfermline Athletic 0. Kilmarnock 1, Hamilton Academical 0. Queen of the South 2, Greenock Morton 0. And it's Wraith Rovers 0, Ayr United 3. So there you go, people. We're all up to date. Is any other madness going on anywhere? Yeah, look at that. Bayern Munich being held at home 1-1 by Bayer 04 Leverkusen. Hertha Berlin are losing 4-1 at home to Eintracht Frankfurt. Any other mad scores? Lens 0, Brest 0. I've been to Lens' ground. I'll be telling you all about that in the next edition of the Groundhopper Diaries. I'm hoping to have out one day next week. Yeah, so look out for that because that's quite a story, that one. Let's have a look. Those of you who don't know, Lens play in the French league in Ligue 1. And it's not that far from me, to be honest. In fact, it's nearer to me than a lot of the London Premier League grounds. So that just shows you how close it is. Because I live in Kent. Anyway, so let's get back to the main business of the day, to the Premier League. The Norwich City Brentford game, the second half has started there, and it's Norwich City 0, Brentford 1. Yeah, Norwich are now 5 points below the safety net They were out of the bottom three a few weeks ago, but they're slowly starting to be adrift, really. So, bless them. Not good. So, all the games have kicked off again. The start of the second half. It's the start of the second half. It's Aston Villa 2, Southampton 0. It's Burnley 0, Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Norwich City 0, Brentford 1, and Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 2. I've just had a message on my phone, and I think it could be quite an important one. Okay, guys. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I can deal with that after the stream's finished. But yeah. Anyway, let's go to the chat. Any other comments in there? Right. Okay. So we're all up to date, people. So let's hope the chaos ensues in the second half of these games and we get some more drama. I'm just going to have a bit of water. Right. Okie doke. So I'll tell you what, let's look at the games for tomorrow and have a chat about those games. So we've got Watford against Arsenal tomorrow, and Manchester City and Manchester United. And then on Monday, have we got a game on Monday? No, we haven't. So, right, today, 5:30, we got Liverpool against West Ham. And then tomorrow, we got Watford against Arsenal and Manchester City against Manchester United. What do you guys think is going to happen in those three games? What are your predictions? I think Watford are going to be Watford. Arsenal is going to end Watford 0, Arsenal 1. I think Manchester City will beat Manchester United by 2-0. And this afternoon, Liverpool, I think, will beat West Ham by 3-1. But what do you guys think? And then also tomorrow in the Scottish Premiership, 12 o'clock, we got Livingston against Celtic. So that's going to be great for me because I'm going to watch Livingston Celtic game, cheer the boys on, and then that game will finish just before the Arsenal game kicks off. So I'll watch that one as well. And then that one will finish. And then I'll be able to see Manchester City against Man United. So my afternoon will be set. So from about 11:45 tomorrow until about 6:15, 6:30, I'll be sorted. Lovely jubbly. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, but what do you guys think? The Watford, Arsenal, Man City against Man United, and the Liverpool West Ham game. What's your predictions? I'd really like to hear what you think. And yeah, also, guys, I just wanted to remind you, I've got this thing, the Warren's Team Talk prediction game, right? Every week, what I try to do is predict the results from the weekend's Premier League games. And couple of people who engage with the Warren's Team Talk channel are involved with that. And what you have to do, you just give me, by Thursday, give me the predictions of the weekend's games. Because sometimes the first game of the Premier League is on a Friday, sometimes it's on a Saturday. So what I'm saying is, on the Thursday, by the Thursday at 5:00, you give me your predictions, right? And then what happens, you get points awarded for the accuracy of your predictions, right? So the points scoring system is as follows, right? So if you say, let's take the Watford Arsenal game for an example, right? If you say that Arsenal are going to beat Watford by 1-0, and it ends up being 1-0, you'll get 5 points for that, right? If you say it's Arsenal are going to beat Watford by by 1-0, and Arsenal win like 2-1, say, then you will get 2 points for that because you got the result right, i.e. that Arsenal were going to beat Watford. You also got the margin of victory right, i.e. 1 goal, but you didn't get the score 100% correct, so you don't get the 5 points, right? But you would get 2 points. However, if you predict that Arsenal would win 1-0 and they win 2-0, you'll just get 1 point for that because you would have got the result right, i.e. that Arsenal won, but you didn't get the margin of victory right. So you get 1 point for that. Then, if you predict that Arsenal are going to win 1-0 and the game say a 0-0 draw or Arsenal lose, you don't get any points. That's how it works. It's completely free to enter. There's no prizes on offer, unfortunately, because unfortunately I'm not in a position to offer a prize. But at the end of the season, the person with the most points will win the competition. Just for some bragging rights and a bit of banter, really. So that's how it works. If you want to enter, you can email me your predictions by the Thursday. I'm gonna put the Warren's Team Talk email address in the chat for you, and there you go. There it is. It's in the chat. And if you want to, you can either email me at that email address your predictions, or when I'm doing my preview video on a Thursday for the upcoming weekend's Premier League games, you can come in the chat and give it to me that way, or you can leave a message in the that video in the comments section with your predictions, and I'll take them from there. Whatever way is easiest for you. And we can do it like that. So if any of you are interested, and I'd be delighted to have you on board. I mean, it's been up and running since third game of the season. So a few of us are like quite a bit ahead, but it doesn't matter. It's just for a bit of a bit of fun, and it's good banter. And then Joanne Smith says, "What's your favourite colour?" Is that aimed at me, Joanne? Because if it is, my favourite colour is green, and I also really like purple. So those are my favourite colours. What about you, Joanne? And what is everyone else's favourite colours? Don't anyone dare say black. So there you go. I'm only joking. If you like black, then say black. I'm only kidding. All right. Anyway, so let's get back to the football. And Joanne, what's your favourite colour? Oh my God! And it's gone a bit mad since we've been away. And my God, right, there's been goals flying in left, right, and centre, and since the start of the second half, and that is what happens, people, when you don't keep your eye on the ball. So I'm sorry about that, but Aston Villa have romped into a 4-0 lead. Coutinho has bagged one in the 52nd minute, and then Danny Ings has added a fourth one in the 54th minute to make it Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0. Let's see if we can find out about those two goals. Yeah, listen, I'm embarrassed about that, to be quite honest. So the first goal made it Aston Villa 3, Southampton 0. Philippe Coutinho grabbed it with a right-footed shot from the right side of the box to the bottom right corner, and that was assisted by Danny Ings following a set-piece situation. The second goal, which was Aston Villa's fourth, was scored by Danny Ings. He had a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left-hand corner, and that goal was assisted by Matty Cash. So Aston Villa are now 4-0 up at home to Southampton, and they're absolutely dismantling Southampton at the moment. And so Southampton have made a substitution as well. They brought on Carl Walker-Peters to replace Romain Perraud. So there you go. The other game, well, there's been a few more, and oh my God, they're going in all over the place. So it's gone goal crazy at the start of the second half. So Joanne says, okay, cool. I like purple and teal. Fair play to you, Joanne. So we've had 3. So it's Burnley 0, Chelsea 3, and goals from James and Kai Havertz. James in the 47th minute, Kai Havertz in the 52nd and 55th minute. Look at that. Chelsea scored 3 goals in 8 minutes at Turf Moor. It's put them 3-0 up. So let's find out about the goals. The first goal was scored by Reece James. He took a right-footed shot from a difficult angle on the right to the bottom left corner, and it was assisted by Trevor Chalobah. And then the second goal, which put Chelsea 2-0 up, was scored by Kai Havertz, and it was a header from the left side of the 6-yard box to the bottom left corner, and that was assisted by Christian Pulisic with a cross. And then the third goal for Chelsea, again, was scored by Kai Havertz, and it was a left-footed shot from very close range to the centre of the goal, and that was assisted by Reece James. So Chelsea, they're 3-0 up at Burnley and absolutely cruising by the sounds of it. So they're 3-0 up, and it's now Newcastle 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. And Dunker scored in the 55th minute of that game to reduce the deficit, as they say, and sort of bring them back into the game a wee bit. And that goal was assisted by Gross. So Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Lewis Dunk scored for Brighton with a header from very close range to the centre of the goal, and that was assisted by Pascal Gross with a cross following a corner. Right? Then following on from that, there's been a double substitution in the 59th minute. Brighton brought on Neil Maupay to replace Jacob Moder, and also they brought on Solly Marsh to replace Tariq Lamptey. So there you go. It's gone mad, hasn't it? It really has. It's gone absolutely crazy. Now let's see what's been going on at Carrow Road, because Brentford have gone ballistic. Ivan Toney has now got a hat trick, so it's now Norwich City 0, Brentford 3. Let's go and see if we can find out about those goals. And so Norwich 0, Brentford 2. Ivan Toney converts the penalty with a right-footed shot to the bottom left-hand corner. Then looks like Brentford have had 2 penalties. So again, Ivan Toney converts the penalty with a right-footed shot to the bottom left-hand corner. So it sounds like there could have been just a tad of controversy in this game. Oh, my God. Yeah, so look, 2 penalties. So I'm sure that the Norwich manager will be having some comments about that after the game. And following on from that, Brentford have made a substitution, and they brought on Frank Onyeka, and he replaces Christian Norgard. So there you go. And Norwich have pulled a goal back. Oh my days. So it's now Norwich City 1, Brentford 3. And it's been scored for Rashika of Norwich City. And what the hell is going on at Carrow Road? Miliot Rashika from Norwich City makes a right-footed shot from the centre of the box and reduces the deficit. It's now Norwich City 1, Brentford 3, folks. So it's it's all definitely kicking off. So let's get ourselves up to the date. Let's get the dust settled and let's just find out what the hell is going on. So it's Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 3, Newcastle United 2, Brighton 1, Norwich City 1, Brentford 3, and Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. And let's look at your comments. And Craig Malloy saying, how did Arsenal fans say no for Coutinho? Yeah, thankfully, they're not the ones who make the decisions, are they? But it would have been a good signing, but he doesn't fit the profile, does he? They don't want to sign anyone who's older than about 22, do they? It don't fit in with this Project Youth thing, does it, really? And then Ivan Toney scoring hat-tricks. Don't get any ideas, Craig, about Arsenal signing Ivan Toney because it ain't going to happen. He's too old, mate. I would take Ivan Toney to Arsenal. He gives me Drogba vibes. Yeah, me too, man, but we ain't going to sign him. And he wouldn't come either. Arsenal ain't signing anyone. We're not. Because who in their right mind is going to come to Arsenal and have their fucking career ruined by that fucking joker of a manager we've got, right? They're going to get treated like shit. They'll get played out of position. You have one of the best strikers in the world and he was playing him a fucking left wing back or a defensive midfield. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's just like, he's so far up his own arse, it's ridiculous. And the worst bit of it is he hasn't even got a justification for being up his own arse because he's fucking useless. What has he done to justify it? He's never won an international cap. He's won one FA Cup as a coach, which he fluked. And the football his team plays is absolutely shocking. He can't manage his players. And it's just, all of it is a fucking shambles. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. So, yeah, there you go, people. And yeah, Joanne says that her favourite colours are purple and teal. Now, teal, I'm not really sure what colour teal is, to be honest. Let me just check that out. Oh, okay. I've just done a search for it, and yeah, it's a nice colour. A nice colour. You got good taste, Joanne. Joanne Smith says nobody wants to come to Arsenal and be spoken to by a piece of Lego. That's right, and treated like shit by a piece of Lego. That's the other thing. He hasn't got a clue how to manage people, and he doesn't think that he needs to go and do any training or go and learn how to do it. He thinks he knows it all, and he knows fucking jack shit. And it's been proven time and time again. And Craig Malloy says, Arteta the clown out. Absolutely, mate. 100%. Joanne says it's a sea green colour. Teal. Yeah, it's beautiful. Really, really nice colour. And Chelsea have got another one. And Chelsea are now 4-0 up at Burnley. So there you go, 4-0 up. And Christian Pulisic has grabbed this one, the 69th minute. And the goal came in the 69th minute. Now he has now assisted and scored one. So he's having a good afternoon. Let's have a look, see what we can find out about that goal. Burnley 0, Chelsea 4. Christian Pulisic, Chelsea, a right-footed shot from very close range to the bottom left-hand corner. So there you go, people. What a performance. Puts Arsenal's 1-0 win up there at the beginning of the season in the context, doesn't it? When Martin Wodegaard scored that free kick. Just shows you what it's all about, really, doesn't it? So it's currently Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 4, Newcastle United 2, Burnley 1, Norwich City 0, Brentford. What's going on there? How come it says 3-0? They're always fucking doing this. Did they not say earlier it was 3-1 and now it's 3-0? What the fuck's going on here? Excuse my language, people, but I'm sick of this crap. Right, okay, so there was a goal. So the goal that Norwich scored was overturned by VAR. Milot Rashka, Norwich City scores, but the goal is ruled out after a VAR review. VAR decision, no goal. Norwich City 0, Brentford 3. So yeah, the game has gone back to Norwich City 0, Brentford 3. I'm telling you, that poor Norwich City manager, he is going to be absolutely hopping mad. Brentford get given 2 penalties and then VAR overturns their goal. So, Jesus Christ. Joanne Smith says, Arteta theme song. Is he Mr. Know-It-All by Stevie Wonder? Yeah, probably is, mate, because he knows jack shit, let me tell you. So, right, here we go. So it's Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 4, Newcastle 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Norwich City 0, Brentford 4, and Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. And there is about there's about 15 minutes left to go in the games. Let's see if we can have a look at the table. So here we go, the Premier League table. And these games, most of them are affected at the bottom end of the table, but Chelsea are now 7 points behind Liverpool. And at the end of today, if it stays like this, and it surely will, I can't see Burnley coming back and scoring 5. They struggled to score 5 all season, let alone in one game. So you'd think that Chelsea have won this game now. They'd be 7 points behind Liverpool. We're on the same games, haven't played the same amount of games, and they'll be 6 points ahead of Manchester United in 4th and have a game in hand over United. Arsenal, though, on the other hand, that's a different matter entirely. Arsenal and have 2 games in hand over Chelsea. If they win both those games in hand, which they won't, in my opinion, but if they did by some fluke, they would be 2 points behind, having played the same amount of games. So Arsenal could still catch Chelsea. They really could, but I don't think they will. But if it stays the way it is, Crystal Palace will move up to 10th. They'll be on 33 points, along with Aston Villa, Leicester and Brighton. Aston Villa would have moved up to 11th, also on 33 points. Leicester and Brighton will move down to 12th and 13th, respectively. And it's not looking good for Norwich, is it? Bless them. Right. So, there we go. It's Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 4, Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Norwich City 0, Brentford 3, and Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 2. Right. Right, okay, so 10 minutes to go in the games this afternoon, and most of the games look like they're fairly cut and dried, to be honest. Up in Scotland, the big game there at Ibrox between Rangers and Aberdeen, it's still 0-0. And the big game up in Dingwall, it's Ross County 1, St Mirren 0. And in the Championship, it's Derby County 2, Barnsley 0. Steve Bruce looks like he's finally got a win under his belt at West Brom, hopefully for him, unless they throw it away in the last 12 minutes. It's Hull City 0, West Bromwich Albion 2. He's up against one of his former clubs there. Middlesbrough 1-0 up at home to Luton. Let's see if Florin Balogun has got a start today for Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough's goal has come from McNair. He scored it in the 17th minute from a penalty. And Balogun, he did get a start. He started up front. So, but he got substituted in the 63rd minute. Watmore's come on to replace him. See any other interesting scores in either League One or League Two. Yeah. Gillingham are losing 2-0 at home to Bolton. Stumpeg, my dear, you are doing me a massive favour. I can't stand Gillingham. The local, the only league side in Kent. I can't stand them. I think their supporters are absolute scumbags. Yeah, so Bolton 2-0 up there. And yeah, thank you, Stumpeg. You are an absolute angel. Anyone who hasn't, go and check out Stumpeg's videos because she does brilliant. She's got a YouTube channel and her videos are absolutely superb. Sheffield Wednesday 3-1 down at Lincoln City. Jesus. Oxford 4-1 up against Burton Albion. Portsmouth 4-0 up against Accrington Stanley. So on to League Two. Let's see if there's anything interesting going on there. No, that's about it, really. So let's get back and see if there's any other nonsense going on. Right, so let's see what's going on. So Norwich 0, Brentford 3. Norwich sub Pierre-Louis Melo tries to lob David Raya with a first-time 40-yard shot, but a simple catch. Ambitious, to put it kindly, says the correspondent. And Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. Massive scramble inside the Palace box. It's like a pinball, but the visitors survive as a flag goes up. So nothing would have come of that anyway because the flag's gone up. Michael Brown, the former Manchester City midfielder, on BBC 5 Live, reporting from Turf Moor, says, no Romelu Lukaku. He sat on the bench. Would this not have been a chance for him to get on, get some more touches and maybe a goal? Yeah, I will. I'd have to agree with Michael Brown. It would be a good idea. It would have been a good opportunity for him to come on, get some more touches, get a goal and boost his confidence a bit. So, and there's a yellow card, people. A yellow card. Your book, son. There you go. A booking there. And let's see who that's gone to. A yellow card. It's come at Turf Moor. And it's the first yellow card of the game. And no surprise, it's gone to Ashley Barnes. He stands on Jorginho's knee. What's wrong with these people, honestly? Danny Welbeck ends up, and in the game at St James's Park, Danny Welbeck ends up colliding with an advertising hoarding as another Brighton attack breaks down. The home fans are starting to find their voice again. 5 minutes plus stoppage time left now at St James's Park. And Newcastle are 2-1 up. So we're entering to the fag end of the games now. quick time for a quick roundup is Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 4, Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Norwich City 0, Brentford 3, and Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. So, yeah, and don't forget, people, 5:30 this evening, we got Liverpool against West Ham. And then tomorrow, we've got the Arsenal Watford game at Vicarage Road. And they've got the Manchester Derby, Man City against Man United. What's your thoughts about those 3 games? Any predictions? Want to put your necks on the line and put some predictions in? Let me know what you're thinking about those games. Craig Malloy says, will you be watching Gracie's May streams at 4:30 this evening? Is she streaming at 4:30? What am I talking about? At 6:30 this evening? If she is, yeah, definitely. I'll go there and give her some support. I don't think she really knows about me, to be honest, because I've only just subscribed to her channel because I didn't know about her, to be quite frank. But yeah, I'm going to go over there and give her some support. She talks a lot of sense. And she's only a young girl as well. Not like me, an old, stupid old fart like me. Yeah, I'll go over there and give her some support. Of course I will. Do you know what her stream's going to be about? Is it like a preview game for the game tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going to go and watch that, definitely. And Joanne says, I can't wait for a rip-roaring performance from Arsenal tomorrow. Laugh at that. Joanne, I think you're going to be sorely disappointed, my dear. I think there's about as much chance of Arsenal giving us a rip-roaring performance as there is of the American government coming out and confirming that they've known about UFOs since the 1940s, which they have, but absolutely no chance. No chance. It is, like I said, there's more chance of the American government coming out saying that they've got evidence of extraterrestrial life, that they've been in contact with alien civilizations, they've been trying to back engineer UFOs, that and that the Cydonia region of Mars has got alien structures on it. There's alien structures on the backside of the moon, all of which I know is true, but there is no chance of them actually coming out and confirming it. I'm telling you that now. Not a fucking chance. And there's more chance of that than there is of Arsenal putting in a rip-roaring performance tomorrow, Joe. Anyway. So, Newcastle United 2, Brighton 1 at St James's Park. When was the last time Newcastle United won 3 Premier League home games in a row? 2 minutes plus stoppage time left. Norwich City 0, Brentford 3. Norwich have had more shots in this game than Brentford. 11-10, and the same efforts on target, 6. But Brentford's chances have been better, including 2 penalties. Yeah, well, exactly. There you go. That says it all. 2 of their bloody shots on target have been penalties. So, what the... And there's been a goal. There's been a goal. And where is it, people? And Norwich have scored. There you go. Norwich have scored. Thomas Pukki has pulled one back. Surely at this late stage of the game, that's nothing more than a consolation. And it's Norwich City 1, Brentford 3, and Timo Pukki has got it for Norwich. And let's see if we can go and find out more about that goal. So, yeah, it was assisted by Rowe, and he scored it in the 2nd minute of injury time. Let's see if VAR rules that one out as well, because I'm telling you, that poor Norwich manager, he'll have a Connery at this rate. So here we go. The goal for Norwich, Timo Pukki, Norwich, had a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, and it was assisted by Jonathan Rowe. So it's now Norwich City 1, Brentford 3, and the goal was scored by Timo Pukki. So then some of the games have finished. It's finished Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0, Burnley 0, Chelsea 4, Newcastle United and Brighton. The game is in the last minute there. They're in the 3rd minute of added on time at Carrow Road. It's Norwich 1, Brentford 3, and with 2 minutes left to play at Molineux, it's Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. So there you go. Good win there for Chelsea. Turf Moor. Not that I'm very happy about that, but it is. And a return to form for Aston Villa. They've had some indifferent results of late, but that's a thumping victory today for them. So they'll be more than happy with that. So it's Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0. And the same with Chelsea, really. Their form of late hasn't been to its usual high standard, but they put an absolutely thumping performance in today to win 4-0 at Turf Moor. So, and it's finished at St James's Park. It's ended Newcastle United 2, Brighton 1. And Michael Brown reporting from Carrow Road, the former Manchester City midfielder on BBC Radio 5 Live, says this is a big week for Brentford. They have dealt with Norwich and Burnley are up next. So it's tight, but you've got to fear for the bottom 3 at this moment in time. You would think that Brentford will stay up if they beat Burnley. Yeah, I can't say that I disagree with him, but I don't think it's cut and dried yet. Full-time Norwich confirmation there. Newcastle United 2, Brighton 1. So we're just waiting on 2 games now. They played 6 minutes of added time at Carrow Road, and it's Norwich 1, Brentford 3, and it's 1 minute of added time has been played at Molineux, and it's Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. Right, so Craig Malloy. Joanne Smith says, I am one sarcastic old bugger, me. Will you carry on being an old sarcastic bugger, Joanne? And Joanne, come on to Gracie May's stream at 6:30. I'm sure that'll be absolutely superb. And you can throw in a few more sarcastic comments in. Norwich have scored, says Joanne. Yep, I'm pleased for them, but that's a missed opportunity for them today. I really do believe that. But they didn't get the rub of the green. I think they'll have something to say about the penalties. I'm sure they won't be happy about that. 2 penalties they conceded today. So that, yeah, if those 2 penalties hadn't been given, they would have got a point at least. And they had a goal disallowed as well. Craig Malloy says, Warren, got to go. Great stream. You take care. Bless. The same to you, fella. And if you're on Gracie May's channel later, I'll catch you then in the chat. Take care of yourself, Craig, and thanks very much for tuning in. Joanne Smith says they didn't get the rub of the green or yellow. Oh, bless them. I've got a soft spot for Norwich purely because one of my best friends is a Norwich fan, and I've known him. How long have I known him? 37 years now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so 37 years, something like that. So big up to him. And I still don't think that they're relegated yet. I don't. I think they could have won that game today if they had a bit more of the rub of the green and the yellow. And Joanne says, my family are Norwich supporters. Yeah, I thought I heard that you had a bit of a Norfolk twang to your accent, I have to say. Anyway, so it's ended. Norwich City 1, Brentford 3. Norwich City 1, Brentford 3. And we're just waiting now on the Wolves and Crystal Palace game. It's currently Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. And it's finished. It's ended. It's Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. That is ended. Right. So there you go. So final scores in the Premier League games today. Leicester City 1, Leeds United 0. Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0. Burnley 0, Chelsea 4. Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Norwich City 1, Brentford 3. Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. Right, so let's go around the rest of the games in the country, in the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Scottish League and in the English Football League. So, in the Scottish Premiership, it's ended. Dundee United 2, Heart of Midlothian 2. Hibernian 0, St Johnstone 0. Motherwell 1, Dundee 1. And it's ended. Rangers 1, Aberdeen 0. And some dude by the name of Ruth scored for Rangers with 9 minutes left. The lucky bastards. Fucking hell. Shit! Ross County 1, St Mirren 0. And Hungbo scored for Ross County. And then in the Championship, it's still playing actually. It ended Fulham 2, Blackburn Rovers 0. It's still playing. Bristol City 1, Birmingham City 2. Derby 2, Barnsley 0. That game's ended. Hull City 0, West Bromwich Albion 2. That game has finished. And Steve Bruce finally gets a win under his belt. Still playing at the Riverside Stadium in Middlesbrough, and it's Middlesbrough 2, Luton Town 1. and it's ended at Bristol. It's Bristol City 1, Birmingham City 2. It's ended Preston North End 2, AFC Bournemouth 1, and A. Smith got sent off for Bournemouth in that game. Queen's Park Rangers 1, Cardiff City 2, Reading 0, Millwall 1, Stoke City 0, Blackpool 1, and Swansea City 3, Coventry City 1. And now they're saying that the Stoke City Blackpool game is still going on. This is what I mean about this fucking website, man. It's a joke. First of all, it's finished, then it hasn't, then it is, then it hasn't. What are they playing at? Just they make their mind up. Now, down to League One, and it ended Cambridge United 0, Shrewsbury Town 0, Charlton Athletic 0, Sunderland 0, Cheltenham Town 4, Doncaster Rovers 0. Doncaster Rovers had Clayton sent off for 2 bookable offences in the 48th minute. The game between Crewe and Wycombe Wanderers is still being played, but currently Wycombe are 2-1 up in that game. It's ended Fleetwood Town 0, Ipswich Town 2. And the game at the Priestfield Stadium in Gillingham is still going on, and it's now Gillingham 0, Bolton Wanderers 3. Phillips got sent off from Gillingham for 2 bookable offences, and Bolton have given them a right good slap. So, lovely jubbly. Lincoln City 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1. It's finished. Oxford United 4, Burton Albion 1. Plymouth Argyle 2, Morecambe 0. Portsmouth 4, Accrington Stanley 0. Rotherham United 1, Milton Keynes Dons 2. And Wigan Athletic 1, AFC Wimbledon 0. It's now finished at the Priestfield Stadium, and it's ended Gillingham 0, Bolton Wanderers 3. Yes. Well done, Bolton. Now, in League 2, it's ended Harrogate Town 1, Hartlepool United 2. Barrow 1, Walsall 1, Bradford City 1, Swindon Town 2, Colchester United 1, Port Vale 0, Crawley Town 0, Scunthorpe United 0, Leyton Orient 2, Stevenage 2, Newport County 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Northampton Town 3, Tranmere Rovers 2. Oldham Athletic 1, Carlisle United 2. And the game between Salford City and Forest Green Rovers is still being played. They played 6 minutes of added time so far, and it's currently Salford City 1, Forest Green Rovers 1. And then finally, the game between Sutton and Rochdale has finished. Sutton United 3, Rochdale 0. So a good win there today for Sutton United. Now, right. In the Scottish Championship, it's ended Arbroath 1, Dunfermline Athletic 0, Kilmarnock 2, Hamilton Academicals 0, Queen of the South 3, Granite Morton 0, Wraith Rovers 0, Ayr United 4, Scottish League One, it's ended Alloa 0, Adrianians 2, Clyde 1, Falkirk 1, Cove Rangers 5, Peterhead 2, and Montrose 0, East Fife 0. And the game between Dumbarton and Queen's Park is still being played, and they're in the last minute of normal time there. And it's currently Dumbarton 0, Queen's Park 3. And then in the Scottish League 2, it's ended Albion Rovers 0, Edinburgh City 1, Annan Athletic 4, Stranraer 1, Cowdenbeath 0, Kelty Hearts 1, Forsyth Athletic 0, Elgin City 0, and Stirling Albion 0, Stenhouse Muir 1. So let's go back to the English Premier League and have a look at the Premier League table. But before we do that, I believe there is a chat in here. And it says, Joanne says, I am the black sheep, laugh out loud, support Arsenal. Yeah, I bet that didn't go down very well. But fair play to you, Joanne. So here's the Premier League table. Chelsea are now 7 points behind Liverpool, having played the same amount of games, and Chelsea sit in third place. Southampton are now in ninth on 35 points. Wolves have played 27 games on 40 points. They're 5 points behind 6-point placed Arsenal, having played 3 games more. Southampton are in ninth place, having played 35, have got 35 points and having played the same amount of games as Wolves. Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Leicester and Brighton all on 33 points after today's games. Crystal Palace have played 28 games, Aston Villa have played 26, Leicester have played 25, and Brighton have played 27. Newcastle are up to 14th now and have 28 points, and they have a game in hand on Brighton, but are 5 points behind. They are bombing it. They really are bombing up the table, and I could see them even finishing at this rate in the top half. I really could. If they continue like this and all the teams around them continue to be inconsistent, they could definitely finish in the top half. Brentford are in 15th. They're now 6 points clear of danger, but they've played out of that bottom 7, they played the most games. They played 28 games and have 27 points. Leeds have played 27 and they're on 23. Everton are out of the bottom 3 now after that thumping defeat today for Burnley at home. Everton have played 24 and they're on 22 points. And Burnley are now have now played 26 games and they're on 21. Watford have played 26 games and are on 19. And Norwich have played 27 and on 17. So it's looking really, really dodgy now for Norwich, I have to say. So there you go, everyone. that's the end of it all. So I'm going to wrap it up now, people. Don't forget, there's the game at 5:30 between Liverpool and West Ham. Should be a great game. And yeah, like I say, I'm going for Liverpool to win that by 3-1. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in this afternoon. I want to big up all the people that are going to watch this on playback. And I also want to give a big thank you to all the people that came into the live chat. So we've had Joanne Smith, we've had Craig Malloy, we've had this Warren's Team Talk. Who's that character? I've never seen him in here before. Taib Hussain and Del Boy Gunner TV, Dan Evans, Taib Hussain, I think that's it. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks to all those people. Thank you so much for coming into a live chat. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks very much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Like I say, before you go, please don't forget to put a like on the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That would be really, really helpful. Make sure you share it around as well. That would be fantastic if you could do that. And also, everyone, please look after yourselves. Please keep talking. Please remember to share some love and kindness around the world, especially at the moment with all the madness that's going on in the world. And before I go, I just wanted to remind everyone about the petition that I set up on the change.org website to tell Arsenal that we didn't want Mikel Arteta to be given a new contract. The link for that is in the description of the video. Just click on it, it'll take you there, and you'll be able to sign the petition. It's completely free. You don't have to put your name, I don't think, if you don't want to. And yeah, if you don't want to sign it, that's fine. It's not a problem. Then also I want to big up the Gooner Claw Trust. The Gooner Claw Trust provides opportunities for disadvantaged kids to have a day out at the Emirates Stadium in the best seats in the house and see Arsenal. Fantastic day for them and their family. So yeah, go and click on the link in the description for the Gooner Claw Trust as well and find out more about their work, because it's a great charity. Anything that makes kids' lives better for me is amazing. So yeah, go and check out them and see what they get up to. And then also go and check out all these YouTube channels. All of them are Arsenal channels, given that I'm an Arsenal supporter. There's the Old Skool Gunner. He's an Arsenal fan since 1992. Top man. Hails from Cork in Ireland. And he's nothing like Roy Keane, let me tell you. He's madder and badder than Roy Keane, that's for sure. Then there's Arsenal Alex, passionate Arsenal fan, does fantastic match reactions and knows his stuff about the Gunners, and that's 100% sure. And he does excellent shorts. His shorts are on point, man. I'm telling you. That is drawn by Dre. He brings you top quality Arsenal related content, especially his highly rated and excellent possession based podcast. There's the Aussie Gooner. He discusses all things Arsenal from an Aussie perspective. Then there's Diesel Arsenal. What can I say about Diesel? He's got the fastest growing new YouTube channel on the platform. And Diesel on his channel discusses everything to do with Arsenal, as well as presenting discussion on other popular topics. And keep your eyes peeled because I might be doing some work soon with Diesel. And then there's the Del Boy Gunner TV channel, a new channel. I've only recently found out about Del Boy, but he's a really funny guy. He's got a really strong Dublin accent, but he actually hails from Roscommon. He's a top lad. I really like him. He's passionate about the Gunners. He knows his stuff. And all of these channels are superb, right? So you'll find links to all their channels in the description of this video. All you need to do is click on the links and it will take you there. Go and give them a subscribe. It'll only take you a second to do it. It won't cost you anything. Subscribing to YouTube channels doesn't cost money, all right? Because I've had people ask me this question before. Oh, do I have to pay a subscription fee? And I can understand why people say it because the fact that, use the word subscribe. I don't really like that. I think it puts people off because they think they're going to have to pay something. So, no, you don't have to. Put a like on their videos. Share the content around. I'm sure you won't be disappointed, and because they're all excellent channels. Anyway, that's that. So yeah, thanks very much for watching my show. I'll be back again to do this again next Saturday. What that show will look like, I've got no idea, but we'll see what happens. Joanne's put another couple of chats in saying great stream. Thank you very much, Joanne. And I soon bloody well sign that. Good for you, Joanne. Thank you very, very much. And yeah, so yeah, anyway, like I said, thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please take care of yourselves and each other, especially at the moment. And have a great evening or great rest of the day, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing. And I look forward to speaking to you all really soon. And thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.